Black and brown women, specifically nurses and healthcare professionals, need to heal from burnout in order to see the vision for their future. And if you don't know me, my name is Azur. My friends call me Blue. I've been a registered nurse for 16 years, and I help Black and brown women go from burned out to blissed out. And as someone who has woken up exhausted, woken up anxious to go to work when I actually truly wanted to serve, I know what it's like to keep going in spite of the feelings of fear, the feelings of the discrimination, the misogyny, all right, being a marginalized person, a woman, and women get burned out faster than men anyway, all right? And then having that history of trauma already embedded in you, we do have generational trauma from being burned out as Black people especially, okay? And so in order for there to be a shift in consciousness, especially because we know that women and Black and brown women especially, we know that they have been some of the biggest contributors to a shift in consciousness. We absolutely have. And I know that Black women have this tendency especially to overwork, and when you and the generation before you and the generation before that and the generation before that has become so accustomed to overwork and people pleasing and had to experience a measurement of our self-worth being dependent on how much work we've done, right? This is hard to unprogram and reprogram in your mind. This is even neuroscientifically speaking, but when you're going to work and they tell you, they ask you to work extra, or you don't have enough PTO, even though you're exhausted and burned out, you're like, oh, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, I'm gonna work overtime because I want this trip, or like I want to obtain this piece of material. The only way, which, oh my God, is a trip, the only way that I can receive this luxury item is if I work harder. When in reality, you deserve that bag, those shoes, whatever, that vacation, simply because you exist, not because of the work that you do, not overworking, all right? Not subjecting yourself to burnout. Why can't you have the shoes and then also feel good about the work that you do as well? So reprogramming my mind, and I've been on sabbatical. This is my third sabbatical / career break. This is the longest one, 7 months off I've been from work, healing from another bout of burnout. And I've been able to, during that time, it was so hard, reprogramming my mind regarding burnout, regarding work. Because you get antsy. You get antsy because you're not working. Because again, that reprogramming hasn't taken place yet. Which is why I advocate for sabbaticals and career breaks. Because when you're burned out, that idea, you could have had ideas for businesses. Oh, I'm going to start this business, but I'm going to go back to work and work hard so that way I can fund it. But then you don't end up launching the business, or you end up launching it, but it's too much work because you can't be doing both, can't be burned out and pouring your passion into your business, which is why taking a break, an actual break, and We often think that vacations are enough. By the way, I know some of you are thinking that, oh, I take vacations. If you're like me, and most of you are, if you're still watching this video, vacations do not cure burnout. They don't. Vacations do not cure burnout. You come back home and you're like, okay, and then I'm gonna go back to work for this next thing, and you're still exhausted. Okay, the difference between a sabbatical and a career break is that you're giving your brain space, you're giving your body space for rest, for visions, for downloads. Okay, if you don't know what a download is, ideas, inspiration. You're working yourself to the grave, okay? And I've talked about this on my Instagram. If you don't, just follow me on Azure the Healer. But women do not have as much testosterone, which testosterone is the working hormone. It gives men so much energy. We don't have as much testosterone, so we'll burn ourselves out because we don't have that. Men do, they have plenty, so they can work harder. And not having testosterone, I believe I posted a video about this, and burning yourself out can cause so many ailments that you may not even manifest. I'm not a doctor, but okay, I have to tell you that, but they may not even manifest till later. Adrenal fatigue, all types of tumors, yada yada. But you haven't given your body, your mind space and time. Understandably so. I get it. We've been taught to, again, our worth is predicated on how much work we do. Our work is predicated on how much money we make, what we're doing, you know. But Black and brown women have to be blissed out in order for the planet to be healed, in order for a shift in consciousness. Imagine if I hadn't picked up the call, answered the call to rest. I wouldn't be here sitting here in front of you, serving Black and brown women who are burned out, healthcare professionals, especially nurses, doctors. You know, I wouldn't be here helping to liberate you, helping you to see what I have seen during all of this time and felt during all of these months off, and understanding too that not working doesn't mean that I'm not living a luxurious life, doesn't mean that I'm not provided for. Okay, as a single woman, by the way, that's a whole nother conversation on how your mind needs to be reprogrammed. That even goddess, source, universe, whatever you want to call it, creator, doesn't subscribe to this whole, you got to work to earn what you want. You got to work hard for resources. You got to work hard for, like, what? You have to work hard for luxury. What? That doesn't make sense when the universe is so expensive. The universe is so easy, okay? It's beautiful feminine energy, all right? So you have to be able to say, hey, I need to slow down and listen to my body. I need to slow down and listen to my mind and my soul. And I want to be liberated from burnout. I want to be liberated from this feeling of needing to measure my self-worth by how much work I do. Because it's just a daggone lie. I wanted to say the other word. It's just a daggone lie that your work is predicated by that. Okay, sis? It's absolutely true. Now, I've mentioned that I help Black and brown nurses, healthcare professionals go from burned out to blissed out. Okay, I'm helping women go from fear to freedom. All right, a lot of us have this fear of stepping outside of society's conformity and rigidity regarding work. Like, oh, I don't think that I can do it. I don't know how I'm going to take that time off. It doesn't look like I have enough money. It doesn't look, there's a reprogramming that needs to happen in order for you to feel liberated enough, sure enough, supported enough, encouraged enough to take time off, okay? And as again, I've been on sabbatical, career break before, and if you're a Black woman, especially Stephanie Perry, I love her work. She often talks about women taking sabbaticals, Rashida Dow as well, career breaks, okay? So definitely check out their work. But I want to invite you to follow me on Instagram at Azura the Healer. And also wanted to let you know that I am launching my From Burned Out to Blissed Out for Black and Brown healthcare professionals. All right, that's happening this year. I'm so excited about it. The exact date is TBD, but I want to invite you to follow me on Instagram, subscribe, and like, so that way you can be the first to know when that retreat drops, because I want you to experience all of the bliss and the blessings from that I've experienced, plus more, from being burned out to blissed out, okay? I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.